What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your WWE Fastlane 2023 preview and predictions for October 7th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Saturday evenings, wherever you may be. We are legitimately we're about like an hour and a half away from the show. And I'm here with my boy, Love. We've been playing phone tag all day trying to get this thing to you guys. We actually tried to get this thing way out earlier, but I was busy with stuff. He was busy with stuff. We just honestly could not get together up until this very point. But man, it's been a very, very busy day. And it's usually always a busy day whenever a WWE pay-per-view comes on, and then we're finally actually able to sit down and watch it and, finally decompress after everything that happens during that day. How you feel, my man? What's going on, brother? How are you feeling?
I'm ready for showtime. That's all I got. I'm ready for showtime. I've been anxious all day. I'm ready to see a good show. That's all I want.
There's a lot, I want to ask you this because you guys know, you basically already know how I feel about the whole build up and everything of the show. It's been a bit of a hit or miss for me when it comes to certain matches on the card, but other matches like Seth Rollins and Shinsuke, for example, have been great in terms of the build. So how are you feeling about the build overall? We only got 5 matches on the card, which is very, very interesting. I understand Triple H has been taking a less is more type of approach when it comes to these things. You want to actually try to work your ass off to get to a PLE nowadays, which I like. I mean, it's not really all that big of a deal, but only 5 matches on the card and a match for the Intercontinental Championship, which honestly could have been on the show to round it up at 6 with Ciampa and Gunther. That got pushed over to Monday Night Raw instead. So how did you feel about that and your overall thoughts on the build of the card?
I mean, I think the build obviously could be better. I haven't really seen a perfect build in years.
Right. Yeah.
But um, I think the monotonous endings overall have like slowed it down for me. I think the ending of SmackDown, while I knew it was going to be a brawl, I don't know what it was about that, but that just felt really like 2009 to me. 2000. I don't know what it was about
That
how they
that was
deployed
probably
that.
one of the most exciting endings to SmackDown in quite some time.
Yeah. Yeah, like I walked into it like, all right, we're gonna get the brawl, but it felt different. So I like the way they completed that.
You
But
you add Sammy and KO to that, you got a 6-on-6 war games right there on your
for
hands.
real, for real, it's just I honestly do think it's just like Raw's Raw not doing the best job at storytelling all the time, or just it being a 3 hour show and you can't fit
Yeah.
all the story that you want to because you're fitting other stuff, you're fitting filler, you're fitting all this other stuff at the show. It's very hard to, or they just don't want to, which I obviously could be the reason as well. You know how they do sometimes.
It's very
But
fair.
but I mean, I'm cool with a 5 match card. I believe we're gonna get one segment. I'm not sure what the segment is. Hopefully, it is. I hope that it's something Jade Cargill related. I don't know if it is. It probably won't be, and I'll be disappointed. But I can't really say I'm disappointed too much because they didn't say anything. So
Right.
I'm a hope. I got my hopes, but as far as the matches go, I don't think there's a sleeper match on this card. I think they're starting off with the tag match, the tag title
Yep.
match, or something like that. And I'm happy that Shinsuke and Rollins are the main event because I was scared they're
Yes.
going to give Cena and LA Knight, and I understand that's a big story, but that does not prioritize over the World Championship at all.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
and Rollins and Shinsuke are about to tear the house down. I think so. So
It's the last man standing match too, which I don't think we've really ever. Well, I mean, we've seen a last man standing match before, but like we haven't seen it in quite some time. Like at least I don't remember.
Brock and Roman at SummerSlam. I think that was the last one. I think
Rock and Roman at SummerSlam that happened.
Brock, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, Brock. I was
Yeah,
like, I didn't hear the B part, so I was like, Rock and Roman had a.
no, that would be insane.
I was like, we haven't gotten there yet, and I'm still scared for that to
So
actually happen if that's really going to be the case. But I was like, Rock and Roman, that's insane.
it's crazy.
But yeah, okay, so yeah, SummerSlam. Um, It's very, very interesting. So we'll get into the whole nitty gritty. But first, I do want to thank you guys so much for joining us right here on OTB. I appreciate y'all all the love and support that we've been getting over the course of the last few days. If you guys saw the 2 videos I did yesterday, obviously one being the SmackDown post show, but the extra that I posted earlier on in the afternoon around 4 o'clock. If you haven't, go check that out. It's at the homepage. And we talked about the details on Johnny Gargano's return. We talked about a possible big match for John Cena at the Saudi Arabia show for WWE Crown Jewel, and many other things that is relevant to what's basically happening right now in the world of pro wrestling. I will be having an extra go out tomorrow talking about this whole CM Punk situation. I know CM Punk is still on the minds of many, many people. Not on mine, not really on Lost either. But I mean, when it's a big, big news story going out there that he could possibly be returning to the WWE, even if it's not really something that we want to either possibly see, it's still got to be discussed. So I'll see you guys in an extra tomorrow afternoon. But guys, we appreciate you. We love you guys. Hit the like button, turn on the bell for all notifications, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go down to the link in the description for the WWE Shop affiliate link. We love, when you guys support us in that way. Anything that we get from that affiliate link goes right back to the channel. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram at @FeelingMout_. I just see now that we are live on Twitch. So what is going on to the Twitch universe over there? And thank you to our sponsor as well, SeatGeek. Use the code OTB at checkout for $20 off your first purchase. You also have my merch link and Loft's merch link down in the description below as well. It's getting colder outside, y'all, so get those hoodies. It's definitely gotten colder here today. It's basically been raining all day, so it's just fantastic over here in CT. But Loft, what do you got going on your neck of the woods? What's going on over there?
Nothing at all.
Nothing there. Okay.
No, man, we
Great.
chilling. I just
Great.
uploaded the video on TikTok. That's all I did. That's all I
There you
did.
go.
That's all I did.
Anything you got going on like your social media platforms or anything like that, like Kick, Twitch, doing your thing there, or nah? I mean, you just did a kick stream earlier, but
Oh yeah. I mean, ain't nothing right now. I mean, yeah, nothing comes to mind right now. We'll figure something out about tomorrow.
no
I
new
don't know.
projects. It's kind of wild for you.
I think I'm gonna. You know what? No, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing.
All
As far
right,
as
so you have something
everything's
in the
quiet.
works, but you can't just say it yet. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got you. But guys, we appreciate you. We love you. We will definitely get right into everything right now. So join us right here on OTB for the WWE Fastlane 2023 preview and predictions. But first, let's talk about this, Love, because there's a name discussed to be a part of the Bobby Lashley group. Now, obviously, the Bobby Lashley group, we don't know what to call them yet. I've been calling them the Street Business. I've been calling them that for like a
Street
day
business.
because I mean somebody I believe it was Corbin who put that in the chat yesterday during the Friday Night SmackDown post show, and I was like, you know what, the street business isn't actually all that bad. And then all of a sudden Nate just called them the black business, and I was like, okay, great.
You know
And
what, Nate?
then you and TJ always call it
The niggas.
so there you go.
Something to that sense. Something to that idea. I don't know. Something with that.
But there is a new name possibly being in discussion for the group. And Bobby Lashley wrestled his first match in a month on SmackDown. And there has been discussion about adding some reinforcements to his group. This summer, Bobby Lashley added the Street Profits to his ranks, with Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins changing their personas and approach. Fightful Select learned that they aren't the only talent they have been in discussion for this faction, and Odyssey Jones.
Wait, I thought you were gonna say somebody else. 'Cause I heard a different name.
Who did you
No
hear?
shot. I
Who did
thought you
you
were talking
hear?
about Wesley.
No.
Oh, we're
Odyssey
back.
Jones
Oh, we back. Oh,
is
I'm on
in
board now.
discussion for this group.
Oh, we
Was
back.
brought up recently in conversation to potentially be joining the group. Jones hasn't wrestled in nearly a month since India's Superstar Spectacular, but completely vanished on WWE TV after being drafted to Monday Night Raw earlier on this year. However, he's worked a number of dark matches on the SmackDown brand. So we all know that he got drafted over to Monday Night Raw during this during this draft, right? And he never showed face. He has never been on television. He's been on main event and doing stuff over there, but he's never been on TV. And then all of a sudden, apparently, he did wrestle during the Superstar Spectacular over in India, but that was the last time we really saw him, and we didn't even really get to see him because that was not televised. So he's never been shown on TV, really ever. So now that he's in discussion for this new Hurt business, street business, whatever, Love is flabbergasted. He's such in shock. Obviously, Corbin is here. Tyler's
That's
here too. Aiden's here. I mean, basically, a lot of people are here now. So thank you guys so much for joining us. But yeah, how do you feel about Odyssey Jones? I honestly think that would work.
work. That's my big homie. Of course.
That's my big homie.
Oh,
And what's
we're
up,
back.
Anthony? How are you doing, bro?
Yo, Anthony. Oh, we're back. Oh, Phil, I don't think you realize how back we are.
No, I know. I love
You know
Odyssey
how
Jones. I think Odyssey
okay.
Jones is so great.
Phil knows how back. Phil understands how back we are.
I
We are
love
back.
Odyssey Jones. I just want to see him on
Oh,
TV. They don't get him to TV time. Hopefully, this will be the right way to go about it.
we are back. We are back, Nick. Oh God, I am astonished right now. That
I hope it happens.
definitely not.
I really hope it happens.
Big boy. Oh, we're back.
I didn't even hear the Wesley stuff. Where'd you hear the Wesley?
Discord. Someone put in the Discord.
Oh.
I don't know who said it, but someone put in a Discord earlier, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really think I like that, but big homie,
Odyssey Jones works more than Wesley.
he can hurt somebody. I know he can hurt somebody. Oh, we're back.
So,
We're back.
I mean, I think that works, and honestly, I want it to happen. So, Sean, Ross Sapp, over on Faithful Select, if you are wrong on this, dude.
That's crazy, man. That's an idea.
That's honestly really, really good. I love it. So hopefully that actually does happen, and we do get that going. But guys, that's the only thing that I wanted to discuss earlier before we got into the actual preview and predictions. Loff is happy about it. I'm happy about it. A lot of people in the chat are happy about it. We got our guy Anthony on here. So yeah, this is gonna be a really, really fun show. So let's get right into the preview and predictions. Starting off with the match that'll kick off the show, not on the WWE kickoff show, but it'll actually start the pay-per-view. We got the tag team titles on the line as the Judgment Day defend against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, just one of the weirdest tag teams in existence. I haven't been watching Monday Night Raw, so I honestly didn't think that this was for the tag team titles. I thought that they were basically just going after the Judgment Day because they want to take power away from them, just running Monday Night Raw. I didn't think it was going to be for tag title gold. I mean, come on now. Cody Rhodes on his first championship back in WWE since coming back as tag team gold? I don't think so. I got the Judgment Day retaining here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not losing the championships. Definitely not to a men's shift team.
Okay. I was like, absolutely, they're not losing. They're not being Cody and Jey. I'm like, how do you have them winning?
No. Judgment Day definitely wins this match because
they just won the title a month ago, bro. Come on now.
I don't think they lose a champion. I don't think they lose championships until you have a team that's actually like a legitimate one, like hopefully a DIY or maybe the Profits if the belts are still like I think they're gonna split them again soon. I don't know what they're
There's
trying to do.
rumors going around that they could be split again, which
Yeah, so
honestly, I don't know. Like I mean,
yeah,
if anything, you could have just merged them into one belt.
that's what I was waiting for. Just waiting, just
Like
make
you
it a
could just
gold
merge
belt.
them into one belt, and everything would still be fine.
Oh,
But
see, Tyler, the out the mud dog.
I
Oof.
personally would like to see a DIY, but out the mud is really not that bad either. Like
I don't know. They have a lot of options, but
they
Cody
have
and
options. The
yeah,
tag
Cody and
team
Uso are
division in
not that bad.
WWE is not all that bad. You just gotta
Yeah,
use them. But
yeah.
but yeah, the Judgment Day's got this. Unless because there is like there's been possibilities all over the place because I brought this up to Nate yesterday during the SmackDown review, and I'm like, you know how there's this trade that is still supposedly supposed to be happening for compensation for Jay going over to Monday Night Raw.
Mm.
They haven't mentioned that in weeks, right? So what if, and we are on YouTube, Bean, uh, it's outside the brand on YouTube. Um, but I brought this up to Nate, and I'm like, what if somehow, some way, they win the tag team titles, they being Cody and Jay, and because of the trade, so to speak, that's an easy in for Cody to go over to SmackDown via the trade, and he'll be associated over there. And that is how we get Cody and Roman on the same brand again. Because if Cody's going to be going up against Roman, I'm just taking the rock out of this. Fuck Twain. If Cody is going after Roman, it could be an
Mm.
easy way to get him over to SmackDown. But I just don't see that being the case.
Yeah, no.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it would be something, I mean, because WWE, they feel like we're idiots at times, and we're just gonna forget about that trade. But nobody really forgets about that trade.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I still think Judgment Day's got this. I mean, I really don't feel like it's any kind of consolation. But
I mean, that's always an option. That's always an option. I just don't trust them to deploy that the right way.
right,
You know,
yeah,
they'll just
yeah.
do something fucking stupid. So, I mean, if you were back there right now, I would trust that. With them back there, probably the hell not. So, I mean,
Like, I mean, it is an easy way, but then after that, you kind of got to go about it in the right way. Because
yeah.
how do you just automatically associate yourself with SmackDown when you can basically show up on both shows with the undisputed titles?
Hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. But we'll see. Judgment Day. There's also a possibility people have said that Randy could be showing up and costing Cody Rhodes the title
God.
because then we can get Cody versus Randy as like the next obstacle because obviously Cody and Brock happened and then Cody and Dom happened or whatever because apparently Dom's a struggle and um and then Cody versus Randy as the next obstacle to try to finish his story. Who knows?
I'm tired of uh
Look, I wouldn't love it if Randy came back, but like I am. Look, if he wants to come back, he'll come back, but I'm not forcing it.
fuck that. I'm more in the thing of like I'm tired of getting my hopes up for to see him come back and then nothing happens.
Exactly.
So now I don't want to hear it at all. I just want I because that now it's like
Like if he comes back, he comes back. Like I'm not gonna get my hopes
yeah.
up.
I don't know, man. I mean that would be nice, obviously, if he does show up. But I think that exactly, Aiden. I don't think this has to happen. And it's not even like Phil's
No,
creation.
and it's not like I
It's
was
like
trying to bring it up every
yeah,
single time, but it's like
it's not
that's
it's
just
not his
what
fault.
things are going around.
It's
You
not even
got you
Phil's
got to
fault.
bring
They
up what's
fucked
going
up now.
around right now, guys. That's the only matter.
Every 4 weeks it happens.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
none of us can
Well, it's
stop
every
it.
pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, a Randy return could happen.
every 4 weeks, and it's like, bro, y'all gonna take yourselves out of it.
Yeah.
By the
And then
time
when
it
Randy
actually does
Orton
start.
actually does show up, they'll be like, oh, there's Randy. Hi, Randy.
Yeah, after you guys have freaking dirt sheeted yourselves to. Ooh, one day we're gonna talk about dirt sheets. 'Cause I hate them motherfuckers, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
no. I hate knowing everything in pro wrestling nowadays. I was just talking to
bro,
because
that shit. Ringside News should be burned.
well,
At
Ringside News is a terrible fucking source, but
I deleted the app back. I think WrestleMania. I think I deleted it, and I
I
re-downloaded it like last week. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that.
it's a terrible source, man. Nobody like
They
whoever
just told me,
runs over there is terrible.
bro. They told me unnecessary news for some reason at 4 p.m. while I was at work. They were telling me about Marty Jannetty's dick. They just told me. That's
Dude,
not
like
ringside
it's
news.
absolutely terrible.
They're not beside the
Like
ring when they told me that. I don't want to hear that shit.
they told us like LA Knight was frustrated with Samantha Irvin
Yeah,
for getting like something in his entrance wrong, and that happened like 3 months ago, and now is a backstage segment for Talking Smack or Raw Talk or whatever. Talking Smack doesn't exist anymore, but whatever the SmackDown is, SmackDown Lowdown
yeah,
and
that's it.
Raw Talk, and like, dude, that happened 3-4 months ago.
The
Who
way they
gives
written
a
it, it's
shit?
like LA Knight smacked the shit out of her. I was like, why would you write it like that? They wrote it like he just starts fucking
Who
screaming at her. I'm like,
cares?
bro, this shit was old as hell. I First of all, if that altercation happened, why do I need to know? Me personally, I can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? So what are you telling me this information? This is not ringside news. I don't want to know about this. This
Like,
is not what I want to know.
it's really not even all that bad, and I'm like, dude, you gotta ringside news is terrible. That's why honestly, I mean, I don't like doing like, I mean, I do these extras for the news and everything like that because I mean it works out for the channel and
Yeah,
everything
shit.
like that. But like wrestlingnews.co is way more of a source that I go to every now and then if I need to do an extra or if I need to look up something before show starts that I can actually get the up-to-date information. WrestlingNews.co is way more of a credible source otherwise than Fightful Select or Fightful or whatever, because Sean Ross usually knows his shit. But
Yeah.
it's like I do not trust Ringside News anymore. I remember when earlier on in this era of the podcast, like we used to use Ringside News a lot.
Yeah,
And
we
I'm
did.
like,
I remember that.
it was
Oh shit.
bad.
I remember
like,
that. I
like
remember
we
that.
used to use Ringside News a lot, and we got so
Oh,
many things wrong because of it.
I remember that, man.
I'm
That's
glad we
crazy.
upgraded. I'm glad we upgraded, and I'm glad we actually became way more of a source for you guys to actually move along with. So appreciate that. But yeah, it's definitely something. And I know Dave Meltzer gave Dragunov a Mellow 3 stars. He's a fucking bum.
Did he
Um,
really?
yeah, he's a bum.
Why do people still watch him? Why?
Nobody gives a shit about Meltzer's ratings anymore. He,
Why, bro?
we all know that he is way more pro AEW and New Japan than any other company. I mean, come on now, get him out of there.
If it's not in the
Um,
Tokyo Dome, he just hates it.
yeah, yeah. To be completely fair, yeah, it
Oh
makes.
god. Turn that shit off.
But but yeah,
Uh-huh.
Judgment Day got this thing. All rise, and we're good to go.
I'm
Um,
back.
Up next we got the LWO versus the Street Business. I put in the
Oh
chat. Yes,
shit.
I did. Yes, I did.
Woo!
Now LWO was down a member because Joaquin Wild got his head thrown into steel steps. So I actually legitimately hope he's all right. And Cruz del Toro got thrown into a barricade so hard it actually almost knocked the goddamn thing down. So they're
Yeah.
basically dead, just like my boy Von Wagner. May he rest in peace.
RP come Tuesday.
Yes. But now they need a member. because Zelina Vega was so panicky on SmackDown. He's like, "What are we gonna do? There's only 2 of us and 3 of them, and like I don't know what to do." He's like, "Hold on a second, give me a second. I'll call him. I'll call him." He's like, "Let me make a phone call."
God, it's happening. He's calling Sin Cara. I told y'all niggas.
And I'm like, "Dude, it's Sin Cara. It's right there.
He's calling
It's
Sin
right there."
Cara on the phone.
Man has finally healed from his wrist injury since his last WWE appearance, and he's back.
We are back.
I honestly don't think it's Sin Cara, but I honestly
not.
thought that they were going. I honestly thought they were going to go to Dragon Lee route because Dragon Lee has been associated with the LWO over the past. But Loft, it's most likely going to be Carlito, the man that spits out apples and he spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Do we got Carlito or Benito? Bad Bunny.
It could be Bunny too. I'm picking Carlito.
It probably is.
I'm picking Carlito.
I would pop if it was Bunny though. I mean,
because here's the thing: Carlito was supposed to debut in Madison Square Garden all those months ago, and they didn't use him there.
Yeah,
we've been waiting for Carlito's debut because he's been signed since Payback, not Payback.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, right?
The Puerto Rico show. I think that was Backlash. So he's been signed since all the way back then. We've been trying to see him debut, and we just haven't seen that yet. So who knows? I'm picking Carlito to do that, and then even if it is going to be Carlito, the Street Business got this, man. They have to win this match.
Only thing is, if it is Carlito, then I feel like they might win because they never when someone returns, they usually win the match.
Yeah,
I'll be very surprised if they pulled that. But at the same time, I was already mad. As happy as I was that Bob won last night, Big Bob,
I was like this when they were all in when they were all out there, and I saw Rey getting the final moments before the big spear by Bob. I'm like, well, all right, if Rey wins this here, he can honestly the Street Business has a real good chance of winning the match on Saturday. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he gets into the ring, gets speared out of his boots, and I was like, oh shit, there you go. 1, 2, 3. Bob wins. So I was like, I'm hoping that's just more momentum for them to still kick their ass. But WWE logic, you win on the go-home show, it could be an L for you on the actual pay-per-view.
That's the thing. I don't want it though. If they're trying to build up this stable, they shouldn't lose this match. This is their first match together.
Exactly.
They might have anything. I hope. Give them some branding, please.
Give them an actual name. Give them a name.
A theme song, a shirt, please, something. Give me a.
Well, I don't mind. Well, I don't mind them all coming out to Bob, but I mean,
nah,
and not B.O.B. To Bob's theme.
B.O.B. They came out to.
Well, I said Bob, so I mean, it's like
B.O.B. I'll lose it. They come with
well, remember that? Remember him?
Yeah. B.O.B.
I don't mean that. I mean Bob's theme. But
that's funny as shit.
And I don't think it's gonna be Andrade. I think Andrade is still in AEW. But
I'm about to say he left. I was like, shit, when did that happen?
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something. It's definitely something to monitor. I'm still going with Carlito, and I got the Profits or Business winning.
Hopefully, y'all know that's my pick. If I was writing it, I would have them fucking.
Honestly, I would have it as a squash, to be completely honest. But I mean,
yeah, fuck them up really bad. You know what I'm saying? But definitely the black man will be winning this match.
Yeah. Up next, we got this bum ass triple threat. This bum ass triple threat that always seems to be the case.
Shit,
dude, it's triple threat city in the world of women's pro wrestling. It always happens in WWE. There's way more matches than triple threats.
There's way more wrestlers than Charlotte and Asuka. Well, mainly Charlotte, but fuck.
But I mean, we got Io Sky defending against Charlotte and Asuka in this triple threat for the women's championship. Look, I am wanting. We need Io Sky to retain this championship But am I picking her? No, because there's this woman named Charlotte fucking Flair in the middle of that matchup there, and I just have a feeling that we're gonna get number 16, and she's gonna hold that shit to WrestleMania. And even though I still think she's gonna be champion by Mania time anyway, I just think WWE just says, you know what, fuck it, we'll just give it to you now and you'll hold it. I don't want that. You guys know me. I don't want Charlotte Flair to hold this championship. I want Io to retain. But do I see it? No. And I was stuck because it's only a 2-month reign.
You know what I'm saying? Io has not felt like the champion because it's all also saturated with the damage control stuff. Not to mention, Dakota Kai seems like a main character. Not a main, a side character. Bayley loses every fucking match she's in. Nut ass Ringside News just realized that she only won 5 matches yesterday. I'm like, oh, dumbasses, she been losing this whole time. Now you want to bring it up? So I feel like Bayley gonna make sure Io loses or some shit, and then Charlotte wins it. I'm gonna pick Io. I'm going to pick Io.
Okay, good.
But I'm prepared for the worst, and the worst is Charlotte. Even if Asuka wins, which I wouldn't pick.
Asuka's only here to get pinned. That's it.
Yeah.
She's only here to get pinned.
Even though that's idiotic. I don't see why we're pinning Asuka out of all people. If you pin someone, I think you pin Charlotte because Charlotte she just interjected herself into this. She has
the Charlotte in the Bank contract.
That's was fucking Solomonster.
She has the Charlotte in the Bank contract. Shout out to Jason Solomonster.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Because it happens all the time. She inserts herself and cashes in anytime she comes back from petting dolphins with Andrade to get put into a match.
What do they think? I don't know what they think they're accomplishing. I feel like every time she wins a belt, it destroys her legacy that much more. Because I feel like people don't realize
because she only holds it for 2 weeks or a week.
Charlotte does not go in stories that aren't revolved around the championship because she has no charisma and her own character is her dad. So why
Wait, do people not understand that since you're a 15-time world champion, you got pinned 15 times to lose the title in like a 2-week reign every single time? You really don't have that much of a credibility as a 15-time world champion when you don't have the belt for that long.
It's just stats. It's just empty stats. It's like box score.
And we know that she's gonna beat her father. It's not gonna be Cena. It's going to be Charlotte.
Yeah. And then Rick's gonna come out. He's gonna be crying, and Charlotte's gonna be crying. We're supposed to be happy about this.
We're gonna be so happy. No, we're not.
No, I'll be infuriated whenever it is. But I mean, listen. Whoever wins, hopefully it be Io. I just want Liv Morgan to come back and confront him in the ring and have a Stone Cold versus Rock standoff because we don't give a fuck. But besides that, I'm going to pick Io and hope to God Charlotte doesn't hit the fucking natural selection on both of them and stack them and pin them. And we just go home like that.
Yeah. So, do you know there's also a rumor going around with this match too, right?
What?
Jade.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
coming out to confront whoever wins this thing. Even though, which kind of would make no sense because she's a Monday Night Raw superstar from what reports are coming out as. So this is a SmackDown title. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but going up against any of these three right off the bat for Jade Cargill, I'm sorry. I know she's been in training at the PC, but you're still going to make her, you know, I wouldn't say look like a fool because she has been training, but we don't know how far she's gone along yet to go up against these three competitors.
I don't know why
it would not,
quick, you know.
It wouldn't look all that great.
They don't have to give her the fucking Charlotte Flair push immediately. I don't see why we're doing that. Let the people warm up.
Let her build. Let her
she
build.
Just got there. There's people in that Fastlane crowd in Indianapolis right now who have never watched the AEW show in their life for any reason.
Yep.
So if Jade comes out and she just asserts herself, people are going to be number one confused.
Not everybody watched AEW for Jade Cargill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why are you just assuming that everyone knows that she's supposed to be this? and then you throw her immediately in the deep end with Charlotte, Io, and Asuka, and God forbid she botches a move or misses a step, then you got all this unwanted attention on Jade, and it's
Look,
not positive; it's negative because people love to jump over
eyes.
everything.
Look, the microscopes are going to be wide open as soon as she shows face on WWE TV, because you know what I have said about Jade in the past. When she was in AEW, she only had 5-minute matches as the TBS champion in the 50-0 winning streak that she had. She had a Goldberg-like streak. She had 5-minute matches. She had a 7-minute match against Athena, who was one of the greatest women that they have over there, and the longest training Ring of Honor Women's World Champion of all time. 7 minutes with her. And squashed her. Squashed her. If you put her right now against Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, or Asuka, she's gonna look like a fool. I am telling you right now. And that's not even that's not even being disrespectful. That is just facts right now because we don't know where she is at yet. That's why I wanted NXT and that breakout tournament. And it's not like Becky Lynch, whoever wins that tournament to get to Becky, if that's even what it's for, it's not like Becky's a downgrade from anybody. It's still Becky Lynch.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to. I don't think she'll look like a fool. I'm not worried about Jade at this particular moment.
I am because they need to figure out what she can do.
Yeah. I'm more focused on how the crowd is going to react to her because it's kind of the same thing. Like for a lot of wrestlers out there, they'll go out there and the crowd doesn't care.
Oh well, it's just like anybody else. It's just like anybody else who, like, let's say all the Jade Cargill haters. The Jade Cargill haters are going to love that she is in WWE because that's just how people work. And people are going to be excited for her return. Her debut. I have no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Yeah.
I have a problem with what Jade is going to do because the binoculars are going to be focused right on her, and if she don't perform in the way that many people think that she will, it's going to be bad. It's a bad look on her if she don't do it in the way that people are expecting her to be. And that's not her fault that all eyes are going to be on her. But it's just because of where she came from, those eyes are going to be there.
If they knew how to be safe, they would just put her on NXT. That was the safest option. And they put 3 superstars in the breakout tournament that aren't breakout superstars.
I understand that she is 31 compared to basically all the other women in the NXT locker room who are like 22. Like an average range of like 22, 23 years old. I get that. But at least she's going to be able to go at her own pace.
Yeah, man.
That's the thing. That's the only thing. And yes, Jade and Rhea is a great match, Tony. But you gotta do it when she is ready. She is not ready for Rhea Ripley right now. She's not.
I don't know.
She's not ready for Charlotte. She's not ready for Asuka. She's not ready for Io. She's not ready for Ripley. Well, nobody's ready for Asuka, but like she's not ready for this main roster yet. And I know she's been training. But she's only been there for like, what, 2 weeks? You can't have her go there yet.
I don't know, bro.
A storm is coming, and I'm not a hater of Jade. I like Jade. It's just, I don't want her to look like a fool.
I think that's what people forget to. You have to be real with yourselves at some point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just being realistic.
And that I'm not on the same. I don't see it the same way Phil does. I see it more in the sense of like I'm trying my best to worry about the opposite because
I'm also worried about how WWE and booking too.
That's what I'm worried about.
I'm worried about that too.
Jay's gonna work. I think Jay's gonna learn quicker than a lot of people give her credit for. I just don't think you pick her up and just say "Huss" right into the championship thing.
Yeah, no,
I don't think you do that.
I'm worried for booking purposes too. But if Jade Cargill isn't on the level that many people think that she is going to be, it's going to be a bad look on her, and I don't want that. I don't. I want her to succeed. I want her to prove me wrong. I want her to say, all right, Phil, fuck you. I'm going to work my ass off to get to where I need to be, which could be against Rhea Ripley, which could be against a Charlotte Flair, because I know Charlotte is a big dream match for her. I want her to prove me that she can get there, but she's got to work it in order to get there. Am I wrong?
Not really. I mean, it's just I also think it could run the same thing that I criticize AEW for, is like as soon as someone comes in from a different company, like, oh well, you go past everyone else, and it's like everyone's like, I'm like, yo, you know.
And I will say this, AEW does not have like the most, prestigious performance center in the entire world to where you can go and trade. I mean, yes, they have the Nightmare Factory, and Cody did really well with Jade for the time being. And yeah, she trained with Bryan Danielson, one of the best technical pro wrestlers of the entire world.
Best in the fucking world, man.
But I mean, just a lot more than this. Look, I'm proud for Jade to get here. They looked at her in 2019 and saw no value. But then all of a sudden, she's here in WWE now.
She made some fucking value.
And, well, yeah, she made herself into somebody of value. I want all the best for her, but it's just going to be a lot of work. We'll see. The greatest of all time.
Oh shit!
And what WWE is saying, because they just continue to jam that down our throats. I love John Cena. I think he is easily one of the greatest of all times. But they just say the greatest of all time, John Cena.
Say it louder next time. For the people in the back.
And LA Knight,
yeah.
Versus Sikoa and Jey Uso in tag team action. First of all, before we get into our predictions, it is absolutely hilarious how the Usos, who were one of the greatest tag teams of all time in the world of pro wrestling for WWE, got split up to go to different shows, right? And they're both in tag team matches tonight.
And one of them has a chance to win the championship.
And one of them has a chance to win tag team gold.
Oh shit! Both of them gonna lose tonight, so I mean, but I mean, shit.
There's no reason that John Cena and LA Knight should be losing this. No reason at all. They need to win. But they're going to win. And Jimmy is probably going to be the one pinned.
Man, Roman comes back. He's gonna get all mad. I've been going for a month, but I'm mad at you.
Well, I'm gone for a month. Longer. You put yourself as the tribal chief. You ain't the tribal chief. I'm the tribal chief.
Do the whole promo over again. Is it? Oh god!
This is my cameraman.
just say the whole thing. Just do the whole thing over again. At this point, just fucking rewind.
Now Jimmy's gonna be in tribal court, and whatever thing happens with that.
God.
Hey, we were lucky to be a part of the first tribal court. Okay, I think that was great.
Oh shit! Yeah, I always forget that. I watched that shit like, oh yeah, forgot about that shit.
But yeah, there's no way John Cena and LA Knight should lose this thing.
Nah. Seeing LA Knight win, they're probably gonna protect Solo. So Jimmy's big dumb ass probably gonna get a nice BFT, yeah, and then hopefully, I do not want an LA Knight and Roman feud or you heard they were talking about a Cena and Roman match again.
Cena and Roman potentially happening at the Saudi show for Crown Jewel. And then for Survivor Series, it looks like it's going to be LA Knight and Roman for Survivor Series.
Oh, God. Oh, we never escaped this ring of fire.
Look, LA Knight and Roman Reigns is a terrible idea. You don't want to lose all the momentum, but then all of a sudden, because you're going to lose to Roman, you will. And don't tell me, oh yeah, well, what if it's going to be a Seth Rollins situations where he wins by DQ? It's not going to be that.
I'll be pissed. Oh, man.
Like, I would freaking lose it.
Fucking man.
But the thing about the Saudi show, bro, is that if they want it, they're going to get it because they get that sweet Saudi money and they're going to get paid for that shit. So, I mean,
Why don't you just call Rock up, his big dumb ass, that you're trying to get him an elimination
you think
chamber?
The Rock is going to fly to Saudi? Hell no.
I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to do something, motherfucker.
But I honestly thought John would be like the kind of person like a Kevin Owens or like a Sami Zayn who really wouldn't support that, that partnership. But apparently, with Cena being penciled in for the Saudi show, who knows what could fricking happen. But these two right here are your next challenges for Roman. From what it looks like.
Shit, man. That's some fuck shit.
I know. Yeah. But yeah, Cena and LA Knight, they got that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna ask if there's any other Bloodline member we're kind of forgetting about, but no. Roman's on his island. Jay, he's not gonna be a part of this. I didn't hear anybody else, potentially joining the goddamn group again because of all the 10,000 cousins we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we're safe. I think we're good, but honestly, Cena and LA Knight, they got that.
Oh, can this please be a tornado tag? I know they hate tornado tags these days.
Oh, it's not. It's probably
please
not.
Give me one of these matches. Can they be tornado tags? WWE has killed my love for tag team wrestling. It's starting to pick up. It's definitely started to pick up with the reign of the Usos.
Match qualities are fine, but yeah, we like tornado tag over here.
Just give me one. They don't got both of them. Don't got it. Just give me one, please, man. That's all I ask. Just have them both, all four of them.
We like chaos over here. We enjoy chaos.
Or just something different than tag. It I don't know, man. They probably won't
enjoy chaos.
Needs more breaks.
Well, I enjoy chaos. I mean, not many people enjoy chaos nowadays, but I like chaos. Speaking of chaos, this is going to be chaotic as all hell. It's the last man standing match for the World Heavyweight title. Seth Rollins defense against Shinsuke Nakamura. This is probably one of the most, this is probably the match I'm looking forward to the most out of everything, because the way that they have been building Seth Rollins' back for this whole thing, which is legit, by the way, guys. A lot of people have been actually trying to contact me. Is Seth Rollins' back injury a thing? And it's a thing, and that's why they turned it into a story here. So the way that they have been building his back and everything like that, it really works, and it really works well. And Shinsuke, this is the best he's ever looked on the main roster, point blank, period.
Yeah.
Because the heel run and everything like that, he's been working really well. I love that they are allowing him to speak in his native tongue of Japanese in those promos. They are great. I loved that. And they have been doing really, really good stuff over there for Monday Night Raw when it comes to this feud. I love the last man standing stipulation because it does play into the back. How do you feel about this overall, man? I think it's absolutely going to be a match of the night contender. And we will see how things shake up. But I got Seth Rollins retaining the title. I would have loved it if Shinsuke won, though. Point blank.
Yeah, I'm very 50-50 with this, and I can't.
This was a lot more hard to call than I feel like I'm making it out to be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. In theory, Shinsuke should win, but I'm so on the fence with Rollins' championship run because I don't think he's being presented as a champion.
And we love Seth.
Yeah, before the Rollins fans start screaming at me, we do not hate. I freaking love that guy. He was the correct option to be world champion. This does not fall on his shoulders. Yeah. They don't present him the way they present Gunther, Roman, and that's it.
He's not the best. He's not the best champion on Raw right now. The best champion on Raw is Gunther. No doubt about it.
And they don't. And it's not even match quality. It's presentation. Gunther's presentation changed when he won an IC championship, slowly but surely. You know what I'm saying? Rollins is the same person he was when he won the championship. There's been no evolution of his character. The ring stuff is always going to be great because he's one of the best in the fucking world as well.
Right.
But you have him in there with Shinsuke, who Shinsuke needs something too, because Shinsuke hasn't been presented well since he got there. Then you got Damien in the back. I think he's going to cash in the briefcase, but I don't think it's going to work. I still think that briefcase is empty. So I don't know. I don't know what to pick on this one. I'm very 50-50 on this. Very well, Rollins could win, Shinsuke could win, and we could be leaving with Damien as champion. I don't know what to do.
If Shinsuke loses this match here, off, is he done? And by done,
No.
do I mean like this whole heel character? Like, is that basically just dead in the water because they have been presenting him so well, and he has legitimately done nothing? This is the first thing he's done in quite some time. So I mean, like, is he just going to go back to where he was after he loses this thing? If he does, or if it's just like, he'll be good.
I don't think he's done. It's very hard to book Shinsuke because the language barrier, and 2, you have waited 8 years to do this. How long has he been in the company? He's been since like 2016, 17?
Let me take a look, because his debut match was against Sammy at NXT.
I can't remember what
let me take a look. NXT TakeOver Dallas. Yeah, that was
God did.
NXT TakeOver Dallas, whenever that was. NXT TakeOver Dallas right here. When I was 2015, so
yeah, you waited this long to present
8 years.
him the way you should have.
8 years.
So 8 fucking years you waited to present this man like a threat. You had him having low blow battles with him and AJ kicking each other in the dick. You had him while super over on SmackDown with Rick Boogs. You fired Rick Boogs, and Shinsuke it never connect. He was just an entrance at that point. You had him in a pointless feud with the King of the Ring shit with bum ass. You had a whole bunch of stuff going on with Shinsuke when he was supposed to be treated the way he was in Japan.
Actually, no, 2016. April 1st, 2016. That was the day before WrestleMania 32. So about 7, 8, really. But yeah, I mean, it's still a long time. And dude, I actually just looked up this card. This card was absolutely, dude, one of the best takeovers I have seen. You had American Alpha, Gable and Jordan, fantastic team.
Absolutely.
Versus a Revival for the tag team titles of NXT.
Oh shit!
Austin Aries.
Yeah, no, that's my dog. I fuck with him. He's kind of a fucking weirdo, but
versus Baron Corbin. Austin Aries is not really all that. Well, I mean, he's not really all that looked at now as somebody good, but
terrible person, but amazing.
Yeah, terrible person now, but I mean, he was an amazing wrestler back then.
Fucking wrestler, man. Holy shit.
Shinsuke versus Sammy. That was Shinsuke's debut match. Asuka versus Bayley for the women's title. That was when Asuka was just on a... Well, she won the title from Bayley, and that was when she went on a freaking tear. With the title, becoming one of the most dominant women's champions of NXT's history. Probably the.
Yeah.
And then, and Marino, you can look it up yourself. We don't want to, talk about that here on Twitch and YouTube.
Nothing like crazy, but he's a fucking weirdo, and I didn't know until someone told me.
It's honestly very findable, if findable, like that's a word, but like it's like you can search it up pretty quickly and be able to find what he did.
Big ass.
And then Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. I mean, dude, 5 matches on the card.
Damn.
5 matches on the card, just like tonight. But yeah, one of the best takeovers they ever done. I gotta go back and just watch old takeovers, man, because those were the time. Black and Gold was if any of you guys knew me back then, black and gold is my shit. I love black and gold.
That's crazy.
But what do you mean, Tyler? Did you just see this?
What?
Did they win the titles on
Yeah.
Collision?
Yeah.
They beat FTR?
They squashed them, apparently. I That's crazy. Yo, I was reading what Tyler said, but I wasn't processing what he was talking about. That's why I was waiting for you to say it. I read it like 3 times and I'm like, huh?
I didn't see it up until now. Why did they beat?
They squashed them. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, Johnny's
Look,
probably losing
Tyler,
right
I
now.
wasn't even really thinking. I was talking way too much about black and
Wow.
gold. Why?
That's some funny shit. Wait,
Why?
so do the
Why?
Bucks fight them now?
Yeah.
Oh, we back then. Fuck this.
Well, they win the whoever is going to be the tag team
Oh.
champions. They're the number 1 contenders to the Bucks. So I mean, it's going to be the Bucks versus Starks
Big Bill,
and Big Bill.
What, bro?
That is freaking terrible. Like, I mean, I understand we didn't want a 4th match between the Bucks and the FTR guys, but
That's crazy.
why?
That is ridiculous. Oh well. That's very
Big
funny.
Bill put Cash through a table. Ricky hit a spear. 1, 2, 3. We out.
Easy
Spear
money.
to Dax. Yeah.
Just like that.
That is freaking wild. And I have to watch that shit tomorrow. I have to see what happened.
Just like that.
And that's right. They were on an hour earlier tonight, so it started at 7 for us. But yeah. God damn it. What was on Tony, what are you doing? Like, I seriously want to know what you are doing. Oh wait, no, that's Dynamite. What was the Collision card tonight? That is freaking wild. I am still in shock.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Let me take a look at the Collision card, because oh yeah, I'm just looking at it right there. New tag team champions, Big Bill and Ricky Starks. Brian Danielson versus fuck Kyle Fletcher.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get beat down. Hate that guy.
Ring of Honor World Title match: Eddie Kingston and Commander. Tony Storm versus Kira Hogan.
Oh, I can't miss that. Whoa, when is that coming on? Chat, let me know when that is on.
It's probably the 9:30 spot.
Okay, I need to know when that is on.
And then Rated R superstar Adam Copeland responds to Christian Cage.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, bet.
So it's going to be the main event, Brian and Fletcher? Or is Adam going to be closing out the show again?
It's probably going to be Edge closing out because Brian and Kyle are wrestling right now.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so we know Brian's going to win because Kyle's a bum. But
yeah, fuck Kyle Fletcher.
You know
love Aussie Open. Aussie Open's great. But fuck Kyle Fletcher. Eddie Kingston's obviously going to retain the Ring of Honor World title. And I'm sorry, Locke, but Tony Storm's probably going to beat Kira. But
listen, I like both of them.
You like both of them, so it's going to be fine.
I'm here for the vibes,
bro. But yeah, and then the final thing, guys, before we honestly really get the hell out of here, Locke, this is kind of just a prompt for you to do a wild prediction, talk about Jade and a possible Randy Moore or whatever. What do you got? Do you think any of this happens tonight?
Jade, I think she shows up. I don't think she touches anybody. I think she makes an appearance maybe on the Grayson Waller. We might get an impromptu Grayson Waller effect. Because he's doing amazing stuff, by the way. But I do expect we see that. I do predict we see Jade tonight at some in real life, not like a promo or nothing like that. I
Right.
expect her to be in the arena. No Randy, nothing else. Just Jade and a possible cash in. Jade and a possible cash in. That's all I
Possible
can see.
cash in. I can see that work too.
Yeah.
Like, let's say if they lose the tag team titles tonight, I would say Damian cash in could be more of a
Whew.
chance there.
Can you imagine Cody and Jade just being tag team champions?
I know it would be weird, and I don't expect that to happen. But
Oh.
I'm saying, like, if they are, then a cash in could honestly really be on the case there. I still think he's gonna lose his cash in regardless. Still,
Yeah,
I
probably.
do. He's gonna lose his cash in.
I hate that. I really do hate that because LA Knight could have definitely had that briefcase and won, but I mean, it just I don't know.
Oh, and shout out to South Africa. I do see you in the chat, my man. I
Indeed.
appreciate you. Appreciate you for coming on in here. Yeah, so it's gonna be really cool, man. I think look, Fastlane might not have been the best build up card, but it still has a lot of potential to be one of the best pay-per-views so far. So we'll see where things go. And then up next, we'll have Crown Jewel.
And they're doing the media scrum at the end. If I see Jade at a freaking WWE media scrum,
dude, if they're doing a media scrum after and Jade shows up, Jade's gonna be on that media scrum.
See, that makes me feel like they're gonna do something stupid. Cause I feel like they only do the media scrums after they do something stupid. They're gonna do something stupid.
Well, people are saying that the media scrums are back. I don't think they ever really left. Like we had one last show.
Really?
We've had one basically since the Triple H era started. So they're saying it's back, but they never really left. And Corbin, you're crazy. Why?
I understand. Me too. But I
mean,
nah, bro.
You can't just be saying that shit.
I'm gonna say it louder when the show starts. Oh man.
Look, we can say come Tuesday. That's fine. But
come Saturday.
or fine. Do whatever day you want. But
man,
I mean,
if I hear the AEW name, I'm gonna punch something. I'm gonna jump out of my chair if they got their old AEW song.
The last one was at Backlash. I felt like
I knew it.
I felt like we've had them for like.
I knew there has not been one for a little bit. I feel like I know we wasn't for Fastlane, and whatever was after. I mean, Payback, and then whatever was before Payback. I knew we missed a few. I just didn't know why.
I thought we've had them since the Triple H era began, but I mean, I guess I'm just out of it.
That's when Bray was on. When was Bray on? Fuck. Was that? No, it was Backlash. Was it SummerSlam? SummerSlam. That was Rumble, probably. I think the one Bray was on was Rumble.
Well, the last pay-per-view Bray was ever a part of was the Rumble.
Yeah, so I think he was on that one after the LA Knight match. But no SummerSlam. Was there one for SummerSlam?
There had to have been one for SummerSlam.
He beat Bryan. No, come on, man. What is going on tonight? What is Tony doing? Tony. FTR getting.
There was a SummerSlam press conference. Yes, there was. I just looked it up.
Okay. What was the main event?
That was in August. So SummerSlam 2023. Payback. Oh, you're playing Tyler.
Don't play like that. It's not a game. I think it's good. What
Payback press conference. There wasn't. Wait.
I knew I wasn't. I didn't watch it. I watch all of them for the most part.
Yeah, so there was none for Payback. and Fastlane is the one after Payback. So, all right. So we didn't have one for a month.
Yeah.
So we didn't have one for one pay-per-view since SummerSlam. So yeah. Okay. So I mean, I guess you can say it's back, but we only missed one. I could have sworn we had him since Triple H started, but who knows?
As long as Jade is the first person announced, and that image of her sitting next to Triple H and just talking to me is going to be
Well, you
orgasmic.
know when that picture happens with Jade and Triple H, it's for real.
To get the point?
Like
Oh
it's
man,
the
it's
point.
showtime
You,
now.
you know the famous point that he
It's
does,
showtime
man.
now. You get to oh god, woo! It's gonna be
Um,
orgasmic.
yeah. So it's gonna be very, very interesting, guys. We are about a half hour away from the show. I know Lost got to get prepared for his stream on TikTok. I might be streaming on TikTok too, so we will, you know, have something to go on when it comes to that. But
Yeah.
yeah, we have the tag team titles kicking off the show. The World Heavyweight title will be the main event of the show. Everything else we don't know. But if I would have to guess, honestly, I wouldn't mind it if they just did it in the way that we did it here. Judgment Day, LWO, Io Sky, Cena, Knight, and then Rollins. But well, actually, no. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. I mean, I know it's back to back Cena and Seth Rollins, last man standing, but I wouldn't put Cena in the mid card.
I think it's a nice co-main event.
I think that's just a nice co-main event right there. You got the women in the middle, which isn't all that bad. It's just, that's just where they have to be. And those other two, there it is.
I definitely have the women kick off though.
The women kicking off would have been a nice touch.
Yeah.
Because this triple threat is going to be good. It's
Yeah.
just the outcome could be very scary.
Pretty much.
So, I mean, we'll see. If anything else happens on this goddamn show, meaning Collision, because apparently, Tony Khan just said, screw FTR. We'll see. Oh yeah, and Tyler. I just see your comment now. Why do you guys hate Kyle Fletcher? Because he's doing Sky Blue. Fuck Kyle Fletcher.
It makes sense to me, huh?
He's Jesus dating Sky Blue. Fuck him.
Makes sense to me. Shit.
But here's the thing. That is why Juice Robinson is rock hard because of Tony Storm.
I hate him too.
Okay. He's actually a very nice person out of everything.
I don't care.
But he sucks because he's dating Tony Storm.
I think I might hate him more. I hate that dude, man.
Met him at an indie show. He is as crazy as they present him on TV. He's definitely as crazy as they present him, but he's actually a really nice dude.
That's freaking terrifying. Oh my god.
He's legitimately that crazy though in real life. Out the ring, he is that crazy, and I'm like, dude, holy shit.
Lord.
Oh, and that one time Carlito gave me an apple during his entrance. Freaking fantastic.
I want an apple. Hey, Danielson one. There we go.
Thank God. Oh my God. Good.
Let me know when it's Tony time so I can rush over to my TV. Don't play.
Yeah. Alright, guys. We'll get into everything, guys. We will talk to you after the show, considering this one might actually not go into the next day. Because we all know how SummerSlam turned out. It turned out to be going into the next day, which was terrible. And people wanted Becky and Trish on that show. We would have been there until like 1:30 in the morning if that was the case.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, we'll talk to you guys. BCC saving the day. There you go.
Good.
All right, guys. We will talk to you later on for the post show. there's anything else to be said, now's the time to say it.
Rev up your engines and get ready to drive on the fast lane.
Boo.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Boo.
I thought I killed that. Yeah.
If I said that, you would boo. Don't let me know.
I would have booed. Feel so bad if you said that. Shut up.
You know what though? You know what though? That's exactly probably what they're gonna say in that video package to kick off the show. Cause you know they do like WWE presents Fastlane.
I love that.
They're probably gonna do that.
Start your cars up and press the pedal to the metal. Fastlane. Here's Pat to tell you something.
We're on the well. Remember when Fastlane was like near WrestleMania time? So they were gonna be like, "We're on the Fastlane to WrestleMania."
We're on the highway to hell. Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't actually make "Highway to Hell" one of the themes.
That's a great song. It's a great song.
But yeah, if I would have said that, you would have booed the shit out of me. There would have been tons of tomatoes. But everybody is laughing when you say it. But if I did it, it's tomatoes. I see how it is. This freaking fan base is so one-sided.
No one even said nothing. I think I killed that.
No, you did. You were cool with that.
Yeah.
But if I said it in that tone, booze.
Highway. Yeah. WWE presents Jade Cargill.
And the fact that you would say, "Oh yeah, I definitely would have booed." See,
I would have booed you really bad if you said that. That's crazy, man.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you later on.
Dom Toretto.
Dom Toretto, special guest commentator.
Family coming at the fast lane. Fast and Furious.
Marissa would
92.
freaking love that reference, by the way. She would freaking love that reference.
Here's Dwayne to say something stupid with Vin
Goodness
Diesel.
gracious, great balls of fire. Remember that?
I try not to. That was like a really cool show, but just a terrible name.
That was actually, yeah, it was not even really all that bad of a show. But the fact that the logo was legitimately, you guys can look it up. It was legitimately a fireball, but like, oh my god, it was bad.
They did that on purpose. I hate Vince.
They did that completely on purpose.
Vince is a freaking
Wasn't the main event like Joe versus Brock? Or was that the four-way?
Excellent. I think it was the Joe and Brock match. I'm pretty sure.
It was definitely the Joe and Brock, and then they did a four-way with Kane and Braun later on. I think that could have been the Rumble, maybe.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember. I knew there was a four-way at some point, but yeah, it was Joe and Brock, which is insane.
Joe and Brock killed that, bro. It's a stupid show. Stupid show,
man. And yes, they didn't make that logo look like that on purpose. All right, guys, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. We'll talk to you guys after the show. Depending on the time, we could be seeing you guys like what? Nah, we're probably gonna be here till like 11:30. Probably. I know it's only 5 matches, but it'll be long. We'll see. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.